Ladies and gentlemen, at approximately 3 o'clock this afternoon, shots were fired at the White House from the sidewalk on Pennsylvania Avenue. No one was injured.
Senator Leahy said in jest what I would say in jest, which is that it was nice to be home in the safety and security of the White House after going to the Middle East. I want you to know a couple of things about that seriously. First of all, a gunman did open fire. Nobody was hurt. The man was captured. The man was captured in part because ordinary citizens who were standing there who did their duty, and I hope that is an example for others around the country. I also want you to know the Secret Service did their usual magnificent job. I was upstairs listening to a football game, and the shots were sort of intermittent with the cheers, and they were up there within a minute. And I thank them for the fine work that they do every day for our country.
Move out a little bit. Move it up. Move on. Get that. Move that. Hey, you gotta move out. Is Ernie okay? Move it back. Okay, we got enough of that crap. Why can't you head right up to the steps? Get right up to the steps. Move up! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Be rolling, be rolling. Stay back. Where's command 2 there? Command 3? Check over right there.
Let's move back.
Get the door open on that side. I have a Secret Service man with me. Get her the hell out of here.
We gotta get this film developed. I gotta.
Sergeant, can you tell me exactly what you know so far?
Well, we happen to know at this time that we believe it's John Lennon who was shot. A tentative identification of John Lennon as he was entering his premise where he lives. He was shot by an unknown, at this time, white male who was in custody at this time. A gun is recovered, and Mr. Lennon was brought to Roosevelt Hospital by one of our armed PCARs.
Can you tell me how many times he was shot?
My information was twice in the back.
How serious condition do you believe he's in?
Just looking at him, I would say very serious.
John Lennon, 10 years. Check him out, check him out. Check him out, come on, get it closer.
We're never going home. Just want you to know. Yeah. Over here.
You want my candle too? There you go. Get a shot. Hi, Mom.
Hey.
Krista, can you see the candle?
Yeah. Mr. Chapman, is that you in there?
आप उधर से निकल जाओ पीछे से निकल जाओ
और इनको क्लोज कर दो और उधर से गेट बंद कर
बिल्कुल नहीं
राज इसको बंद कर दो गेट से
आप प्लीज आप बाहर
The world has lost one of its greatest men, a warrior for his nation's freedom, and now a martyr for his nation's peace. To Leah Rabin and her children, Hillary and I send our love and our prayers. To the people of Israel, I want you to know that the hearts and prayers of all Americans are with you. Just as America has stood by you in moments of crisis and triumph, so now we all stand by you in this moment of grieving and loss. For half a century, Yitzhak Rabin risked his life to defend his country. Today, he gave his life to bring it a lasting peace. his last act, his last words were in defense of that peace he did so much to create. Peace must be, and peace will be, Prime Minister Rabin's lasting legacy. Tonight, the land for which he gave his life is in mourning. But I want the world to remember what Prime Minister Rabin said here at the White House barely 1 month ago. And I quote, "We should not let the land flowing with milk and honey become a land flowing with blood and tears. Don't let it happen." Now it falls to us, all those in Israel, throughout the Middle East, and around the world who yearn for and love peace, to make sure it doesn't happen. Yitzhak Rabin was my partner and my friend. I admired him, and I loved him very much. Because words cannot express my true feelings, let me just say, Shalom, Haver. Goodbye, friend.
Doesn't make much sense, Henry. He puts you here and then he runs around with a big tongue.
President Reagan!
Back up! Get him out! Get him out! Down, back! Get him out! Go! Get the ambulance! All right, stay back! Get the ambulance! I got one hand. He's in the car! You want it? Come here! You want it?
Move back on the sidewalk. Everybody back.
Give me a squad car!
Get back.
Give me a car! Give me a patrol car! Give me a patrol car up here, officer! Now! Get it up here! Get her. We need a control. Call for an ambulance, quick. Somebody help this off. Get out of here! God damn it! Get out! We gotta get a unit. Get us a marked unit. Get us a marked unit so we can get out. Get a patrol car! Hey, Tom! Get it out there! We got this. Come on, guys. Give us some stuff. Yeah. Hey, Tom! Tom, get it out there! We gotta get this scout, Kobe. Get in! It's I-38. Move right there. Come on, sir. Back over here. Come on, drive it back up. Who's got this gun? Where's his weapon? Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
Somebody get a handkerchief.
Where's the car?
Get a handkerchief.
Don't! Yeah, we got one. Give me that mic. Get out of the way! Back up. Keep the ambulance. Here you go. Ambulance. Back there. Come on, back up. Ambulance. Back up. Get it back. Let the ambulance in here. Come on, back it up, please.
Well, Mr. Reagan is progressing through a really totally normal and uncomplicated post-operative course. He got some good rest yesterday, and that is reflected in his appearance this morning. He's alert. He's been up walking. My understanding is he covered 50 yards in 2 minutes. That's pretty good for any of us. He wolfed down his breakfast, and he is doing quite well.
We have absolutely no knowledge that anything like that was attempted. Mr. Jordan was shot at 2 o'clock this morning in Fort Wayne time. We're investigating it thoroughly. There is not a suspect. There is not a motive at this time.
Desk of the Marriott Inn and reported the shooting. The front desk clerk called police. Mr. Jordan was giving to a cutaway there. Okay, ready? Law enforcement officials and members of the Federal Bureau of Investigation are continuing their investigation at this hour into the shooting this morning of the National Urban League president. Trying to get one more for
Apparently there were at least 8 or 10 shots fired, 7 of which hit Malcolm. He sustained 1 shot in the lower right chin, and the other 6 hit him in the chest and body.
Was he dead immediately?
No, he wasn't dead immediately, but expired very shortly thereafter.
Only ask you. Let's ask you.
And if you think I won't kill myself, I'll do it.
No, that's okay.
Dr. King was standing on the ledge preparing to go to dinner, talking on the 2nd floor in front of room 306 where his room is. And he was talking with me and with Ben Branch. He was preparing
Standing
to go
by
to dinner.
you?
No, I was on the ground.
Right.
He was leaning over the rail, and he had asked Ben Branch to play Precious Lord tonight.
Which rail was it?
The 2nd rail. Yes, and he had asked him to play it real well. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand, was one of his favorite songs, and his favorite artist in that regard was Ben Branch. But as he straightened up and turned, he was just about to go. It hit him on the side of his jaw.
Did he say anything?
Oh, no, absolutely said nothing because it was just, oh.
Did you see where the shot came from, or perhaps who fired it?
No, all I know is where it hit.
What happened next?
Well, of course, I ducked, not knowing how many other bullets would come. Turned around and looked, and people were, some were in pandemonium, some were in shock, some were crying, hollering, oh God. And I immediately started running upstairs to where he was, and I caught his head, and I tried to feel his head, and I asked him, I said, Dr. King, do you hear me? Dr. King, do you hear me? And didn't say anything, and I tried to hold his head. By that time, Dr. Abernathy came out, and of course someone called the ambulance. By that time, Dr. King said he would take care of him, he would hold him, he would go to the hospital with him, and then I got on the phone and called his wife, Coretta, in Atlanta, and asked her to come here immediately, trying my best not to strike any alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, please back up. Give the Secret Service and the doctor. Back up, please. Back up, ladies and gentlemen. Get out of the way. Move.
The suspect's name is Arthur Bremer, B-R-E-M-M-E-R, and we have a Wisconsin address, Milwaukee, Wisconsin address.
The report from the operating room, where the governor still is that everything is progressing systematically, that all vital signs remain strong. His blood pressure is running around 110, which they say is excellent, and they say they have everything under control up to this point. The bleeding is under control, and all vital signs are strong.